Hello there, third grade Storm Squad. Mrs. Storm here. Today we're going to take a virtual field trip to a place we know and love, a place we actually already are, Frisco, Texas. Specifically, we're going to talk about how people in our community of Frisco meet their needs for government, education, communication, transportation, and recreation. Today's field trip addresses Item 2B in our Social Studies curriculum standards. By the end of this field trip, you should be able to identify several ways that people in our community and in other communities meet these various needs. Let's talk about our community. We live in Frisco, Texas, which is a city in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. About 190,000 people live in Frisco, and it is one of the fastest growing cities in the United States. Many of the people that live in Frisco work in Dallas and commute to work each day. You can see on the map that Frisco reaches major highways and is close to other larger cities such as McKinney and Plano. Here's our school, Noel A. Smith Elementary School. Our school is in South Frisco near Highway 121 and the Dallas North Tollway intersection. The school opened in 1997 and currently serves about 600 students in kindergarten through 5th grade. There is so much happening in Frisco all the time, and our school is right in the middle of it. So, where exactly do the people of Frisco go to meet their needs? One major need of any community is government. Examples of government buildings include municipal centers, post offices, courthouses, waste management facilities like recycling centers, and jails. All of these buildings and the people who work in them help keep the community safe and organized. In Frisco, we have the George A. Purefoy Municipal Center, which is about 15 minutes away from our school. The Municipal Center houses Frisco City Hall. This is where city government officials work, and citizens can also visit the center for everything from seeing art exhibitions to paying utility bills. Another major need of any community is education. Community members can get formal education at schools and universities. They can also take advantage of libraries, tutoring centers, and daycares for other types of education. The Frisco Public Library is about 15 minutes away from our school. In fact, the Frisco Public Library is inside the George A. Purefoy Municipal Center. Not only are there thousands of books and other forms of media for the public to check out, but the library also offers story times, ESL classes, book clubs, and more. You can reserve study rooms at the library, use a 3D printer, and even apply for a passport. The Frisco Public Library has amazing resources for children, including a play area for children under the age of 5 with books and educational toys. How do people in communities meet their need for communication? That is a broad need that can be met in a variety of ways. Places of worship and community centers often facilitate gatherings where community members can meet new people and form relationships. This addresses people's need to communicate with others. People might also make new friends at fitness gyms, in art classes, or even at the mall. Another need for communication that people have is communication with the world outside of their community. Oftentimes, people meet this need through local and national media outlets such as newspapers, magazines, TV shows, and websites. We're going to look at one church in Frisco that is about 10 minutes away from our school. Stonebriar Community Church is a great example of a place of worship in Frisco, Texas. Hundreds of people gather at the church every week to build relationships and practice their religious traditions together. The church has also hosted conferences such as the Christian Alliance for Orphans Conference, which brought together people from across the world who are passionate about working with orphans. This church is one of hundreds of places of worship, including churches, mosques, synagogues, temples, and more, that people in Frisco use to meet their need for communication. Every community differs in how transportation needs are met, depending on how many people are in the community, how close together businesses are, what the weather is like, the list goes on. Community members may walk, drive, bike, or use public transportation to get where they need to go. Communities may have bus terminals, train stations, parking lots, highways, gas stations, car dealerships, and auto shops to help people meet this need. In Frisco, most people drive their own car to get where they need to go. In fact, there's not a public transportation option in the actual city limits. However, there is a park and go station for the public bus system DART about 10 minutes away from our school in the neighboring city of Plano. This facility gives community members direct access to downtown Dallas via bus. There are several bus routes that pick up from this station Monday through Saturday each week. There is free parking at the facility, so even though community members are taking advantage of public transportation, they often must still have their own car or carpool with a friend to get to the bus stop. We're going to talk about one more type of need today, the need for recreation. This is the need for fun, and most communities have plenty of ways to fill this need. Community members might visit a gym, a sports arena or complex, a park, a pool, a golf course, a music venue, a movie theater, or a shopping center to fill this need. The possibilities are endless. In Frisco, we have it all, and most of it is not far away from our school. You've probably heard of the Frisco Athletic Center, which is just 5 minutes away from the school. People in Frisco pay to use the Frisco Athletic Center's gym, track, basketball courts, and indoor and outdoor pool and water park. The Athletic Center offers classes in yoga, swimming, Zumba, and more. They also host family-friendly events like movie nights and dances. So, we've seen a lot of Frisco today and learned how people in Frisco and in other communities meet their needs for government, education, communication, transportation, and recreation. Now, in our table groups, let's go over these questions to consider. What places are most important to you in the community of Frisco? Which of your needs are met there? If you were building a brand new community, what would you include? What would you not include? How would you make sure community members' needs are met?